Hello, my name's Fox 9, and I've been Fox. The final episode of season 2 of The Owl House before, the 3 specials happen. Which, that is being now, there's only 3 episodes of The Owl House. But also on that same note, I can definitely see how they set this up for them to do like 3 specials, because this literally ends with like a holy shit moment. But also on the same note, it's on a few things. 1, I love this episode, obviously. 2, this takes place after Amphibia. It's funny that I usually talk about the Owl House during the Amphibia reviews, but Girl Lost in Frogland hoax. Literally, that then means all of this that's happening is happening after the battle in LA. Also in the same world. It'd be amazing if this somehow ended with a time skip and then Lou saying, like, we have a portal that we can go to any world, and she finds Anne. It would be kind of amazing. But on that flip note of that, stuff happens. This is the final culmination of everything that happened in season 2. The point where oh God, how do I even start with this? Jesus, spoilers, I guess. The Collector, holy hell. This kid is powerful as hell. This kid is powerful. It's like, how is he gonna stop the draining spell? And he does it the easiest way possible. I'm sorry, the most insanest way possible. He's like, which this just shows like they say, what is it? Kiki Moore, I think, says, hold on, wait. There's a difference between being rich and being wealthy. Rich, you have a lot of money, but you'll lose that. But you could lose that at any point in time. Wealthy means you can't get rid of the stuff no matter what. That is the equivalent of the magic here, where, yeah, Ida is rich with magic. She's one of the most she's one of the most powerful witches. Bellows is rich with magic. One of the most powerful sorcerers, and all that. The Collector is wealthy. He is a god. I'm sure he's never needed like a different way to use magic, because he just has the ability to just straight warp reality. But let's also, Lou's gonna have a cool ass scar in the next season. But let's get into it. I guess start from the beginning, I guess. Everyone is not feeling so hot. If all these guys are trying to go save Luz. King also was able to see these two talking. And he looks like he's straight trapped in a Pokeball. Like an Ultra Ball from Sun and Moon, is it? Like, that looks like a straight up Ultra Ball. And also, we do find out, I'll bring up the Collector more later, but we do find out that King's dad is the one that sealed the Collector away. Also, we get a few things. And let's bring that up now before we get into the story. And I'll talk more about it later. Hopefully more about this later. King did not need to use any blood to release the Collector. And I'll make a whole theory about that later, but my guess is that's only needed for people who don't have Titan's blood pumping through them. If anything, if the Collector is probably like a godlike being, I'm pretty sure King could actually achieve a similar level of magic control. I legitimately think that's possibly where it's going to lead. But then we cut to to the Hex Squad, and they're at each other's throats, mostly because they're stressed, I'm assuming. Because I love an interaction between these two I didn't expect, but it's so damn great.
Maybe if I took the wheel.
Very eager to return to Belos, eh, Golden Guard?
At least I never built him an army.
What?
That's true. Both of you guys screwed up.
Young man.
And I love Alador. I love Alador playing the adult card. He's like, "Watch your tone with me." I love that. I love that so much. King also feels like he doesn't know how to help, even though he wants to help. And I like how the Paladins also kind of take care of their witches.
Look, we're all exhausted.
That's kind of amazing. I love that. They eat, kind of make amends. Yeah. He's like, well, I kind of always drew my own ship anyways, but sure. But also, this is such a smart move on this part, because this is a move that immediately, it's something that like the fandom has kind of already latched onto, and then showing where it came from also makes the feelings of it like, oh shit, and makes you like the character who started this before. And then...
Aw, this is just like when I was a kid. Wait, is this why you call me Mittens?
So the reason why she has the nickname Mittens is because Alador, whenever Ebony was cold, would create abomination mittens for her. And immediately, I'm sure that's getting a shit ton of karma points for a lot of people. Especially because, like, it was last episode that like the fandom has like I think collectively, or not collectively. There's still people who don't really like him, but I think the fandom has collectively started loving Alador again, or loving Alador now. Which also this right here is just like adding up those brownie points immediately. Those points are just going up, and I love Emily's was like, wait, is this why I have that nickname?
That was amazing.
And Willow basically gives him the lesson of, to know when to help. Then we obviously have Ida and Rain saying, which I was seeing this, I'm like, I don't see a symbol on here, which I don't know, animation error or like just to hide it, but she does have it. They're all worried, but it's really cute.
Careful. If you need help, just flap your arms or scream real loud.
Why would saying a word is easier? Why flapping your arms? Even screaming would probably be a better idea than just flap your arms. Like, what are you doing, Rain?
Or don't worry, Lily. With this spell declared, promise I'll be back.
That's not a spell. Doesn't even rhyme.
But also, I think that was also, in a sense, obviously, it's supposed to be like, the spell declares, something shared, pain shared. But I kind of would take this in a sense of like, obviously, she's trying to calm her sister down, but also like, she's not going to share this pain. That's adorable too. Hootie kiss. And this here is this gave me Kingdom Hearts 3D feeling a little bit, where I can't remember if someone asked where he got his power from or whatever, but Sora goes like he usually does, or I don't know, does he actually say that all the time? I think he does, yeah, but he goes, my friends are my power, and you see the entire lineup of Keyblade heroes and friends, because Don Goofy aren't Keyblade, Keyblade heroes, Warriors of Light, like standing behind him. And you see that here, which is great. You see, I assume Gus's dad, which I'm guessing next season we're gonna get. Next season, the next 3 episodes. God, you have a lot of shit. You have a lot that you're gonna try to cram into that last season. Why? Just give it a full season. Jesus Christ. Honestly, how they set up. See, they set it up already to where it's already a point where like it's kind of almost at a climactic point in the story. I could see them make a whole season out of that. Like, honestly, like there's so many ideas. I paused at the right time for Rain. I think you could pull a whole season out of the idea at the end, which I'll get into. But I guess all of her friends, which Odalia does look like a season 1 Amity. Alador, Darius, Bump, Gus's dad, which I'm pretty sure we have not gotten any name for. Oh man, what if because they they rush towards the end or whatever, kind of rush toward the end, we were supposed to get an episode with Darius, with a young Darius, with a young Alador, with a young Odalia, Bump, and everyone. Like that, because that would make sense, actually, for this scene where we only saw really on the season where these two have interacted with young Ida. We haven't really seen all of them, so. But I like this scene because again, that and then you see it fade from people smiles to not having smiles at all. God, and then Bellows too. It's just like woof. He immediately knows. Although we don't know who the spy was, at least, still.
Oh, I forgot to mention. I decided to switch up the arrangement.
And we're assuming there is a spy, too, though.
Don't say a word about my appearance.
I can't remember. Was he thrown in the dungeon? Is that what happened? Markiplier here, he was thrown in the dungeon?
I will not be taking notes at this time.
Oof. Just straight shove Darius.
Hello, Sprout.
God, just the idea that in front of them, he's already setting up a spell to sacrifice everyone, and they don't even know, and they're cheering him on is so messed up.
Goodbye, Boiling Isles.
God. Oh, I didn't even notice that there's the crescent moon here. But and he's like, I'm out.
We did it! It's done! It's done!
God, and he is like, well, I don't want to deal with your shit anymore. But God, basically Bellows straight says, yes, I'm a dick. I'm also not gonna release you because screw that noise. I'm not releasing a god. And also that apparently they only had enough Titan blood for one thing to do, and that's a one-way trip home. Which, these things are apparently quite rare. But God, I love this. But yeah, he only has enough blood for one trip home, and he's like, yeah, nah, I ain't gonna help you. Which, actually, does he say specifically? Which also, I do like when he's getting, dressed. You see him dressing up in these old-fashioned clothes.
You said you'd use the Titan blood to help free me.
Okay, so yeah, it's the reason why they need the Titan blood is because they don't believe, or at least they can't find, the child Titan. I'll bring up more of that at the end. A little bit of theory, and I'll make a whole video about it, but... Just Bellows wearing that also, which even Luz comments on this for a second.
We pinky swore. You lied. Liar, 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 liar,
Oof.
liar, liar.
And also that kind of shows immediately what that is actually for. It's basically a projectioner to show the collector. So that is a cool, easy, okay, that's immediately a reason what this is.
Emperor, congratulations on this momentous day. I come bearing a gift.
I also love Bellows here too because he he is straight evil. He probably thinks he's the good guy too, but he is straight evil, and he plays it so good. Like, I don't think we've had, like, I'm trying to think, maybe we have had, like, an evil bad guy. And I don't know, maybe season 3 will try to soften it. I don't know if that's the case, but I feel like if they kept him as evil kind of thing, I'd be kind of okay with it. He still thinks he's a good guy, but I feel like his actions, at least for this, like, he's just straight racist to witches, and he will show all spite and everything for them.
The Golden Guard, and here he is! Perhaps this act is worthy of returning me to my old post. Or, if you're looking for a new right hand...
I love this.
Have you as my right hand? I'd sooner cut off my whole arm.
Jesus! Also, he just made his, like, rot disappear.
But, I just want to help.
You want to help?
And again, we're just gonna go a little bit deeper into it. Also, this just straight shows, I guess he doesn't need the staff.
Go find a hole to wither away in.
He said jump in a hole and die. Oof.
I gave you the draining spell. I taught you magic stronger than anybody's.
Oof.
And that's why I...
So, the Titan gave magic to the Isles. And we later on find out that the Collector is a child from the stars. Are Titans and the Collector related in some sense? Or is it just like he is a different type of magic compared to Kings? Which also, I have a whole theory on that too, on the different magic, so I'll bring that up in another video too, but...
Won't release you. Can't have you giving that to anyone else. Goodbye.
You're a liar, pants on fire!
And we also find out what's down there, and it's like, holy shit. Who built this too?
Of course you'd mess up such a simple task.
I love... And again, this interaction, because I kind of called this too in the episode where it's revealed that Bellows kind of does have a soft spot for Luz.
But I am glad to see you, my fellow human. What?
It's very racist on how he has a connection, because he's just like, my fellow human. Not even like Luz or Lazur or anything like that. My fellow human. Yeah, he's a bad guy. He's evil. And, like, that idea, though, that, like, the one person that knows him the best, the one person that he could technically confide in and say all the shit possible to, is his, like, worst enemy, or the person that is completely against him. And that's Luz. That one person where he's, like, saying, please, call me by my real name.
No fight left. Or did you learn your lesson from last time?
You wish.
I love Luz so much. Also, special attack.
Of course.
Anime spicy attack. Luz is the only person in this entire damn show that said an anime-esque attack's name, and I love it. Bellows also looks like he's having fun. But also the moon kind of looks like a skull. Also, this mark turns out it's straight just draining magic. There's no... And even though Hunter doesn't have magic, it was still affecting him, so I guess he is made of magic. Which I'm pretty sure Season 3 will probably bring up with V. Also, they gotta resolve the whole shit with Basilisk on why... God, there's so many loose ends that aren't gonna be filled. I already know it.
Your ship has been reported stolen.
I love this so much. In just the same way Mittens like immediately gave Aldor brownie points, this gave Odali the exact opposite of that.
Mom.
Immediately I was like, what the fuck? Like, which also, this is great. Oh shit. Just missing. Missing Rascal or Flapjack.
Why did I make those things so powerful? Stupid Elidor, stupid.
Didn't Amity did something like that, didn't she too? Like, I'm pretty sure Amity at some point did something similar to that, where she kind of like stupid Amity, stupid or something like that. So I think there's really they're really homing in that she is very much like her father, and I love that. Okay, I kind of either blacked out or must have been writing a note or something. I completely forgot how the hell they crashed their ship. Also, if I remember correctly, I think this actually happens during an eclipse. Like, this is why, like, you can, if there's ever there is another eclipse, I think comes next year. If you take a piece of paper, poke holes in it, and you hold it up to the sun, the light from the sun will shine down on the ground, but as the eclipse passes over, it'll actually close each of those little holes, similar to how the eclipse happens. So, like, you will literally see the eclipse projected on the ground, like this. That's a cool way to show that. This is great.
What? It's getting weaker.
It is. I just realized where I recognize that sound from.
It's getting weaker.
That's cicadas. They use the sound of cicadas for the curse spell. For the sound of the curse or whatever, that I can't make this one now sound, but that's a cicada. Those are cicadas. I know because I heard that. I hear that one in. I'm not sure in Texas. Maybe they do. I know in Chicago, when those suckers come out, they are annoying as sin.
Looks like my suspicions were correct. Gray, if you please.
Gladly. I love a good twist.
Yeah, well, you guys are gonna be part of the biggest twist yet. And an Ebon Wolf attack, which I do love. Also, that it does seem like Ebon Wolf and Darius have some kind of friendship, and I love that. Just the ants.
For Titan's sake.
Hell yeah! Now it's really cool seeing Darius transform. It's like, yeah! What track is that? Is that potions? Is he? Yeah, yellow. He's potion track. Okay, I was like, what magic is this guy from? See, here's the thing about doctors. They know how to heal you, but they also know how to hurt you very well. So, the medical coven, or healing coven, makes sense.
Darius, did you really think you'd get away with this?
Did you really think Bellos would help you? But they basically resume the spell. I love, again, like, just Bellos and Luz interacting.
I didn't realize you're already combining glyphs.
And I do also love that Bellos straight one, immediately says, yes, Luz is very good at glyphs.
You do have a strange intuition with these. It took me years to figure that out. Almost like the Titan himself didn't want me to have that knowledge. I love that because I think a lot of people, there's even, a Morning Mark, go see his stuff. I think it's mostly on Tumblr, right? If he had a Twitter one, I could freaking follow it better. But he made a few comics, and one of them was of Philip trying to learn magic. He's like, oh, I'm going to learn all this magic. And the islands, the boiling islands is like, die! And it's kind of confirmed with this. Morning Mark, if he's actually part of the all crew, it wouldn't surprise me at this point. There's a lot of things that he calls a lot. Like this bit, he calls stuff better than us, than some of my theories.
But he called like the cats, like the Rain's kids having or at least one of them, the vampire girl, having like a beetle kind of palisman. Though in that sense, Luz made it out of her palisman. But God, man, go check out those comics.
Though you're still decades away from beating me.
God, I just love that. I love seeing the different magics. Like, Luz obviously more her 4 elements. What is it? Is it 4 or 5? There's light, plant, fire, ice. Light, plant, fire, ice. Is that it? Light, plants, fire, ice. Yeah, because there's no wind or anything like that. There's only 4. Yeah, there's only 4 glyphs. And then you see Philip with like the different, like this plant abomination ability or like the telekinesis.
Eat dirt, Bellows!
It's Philip. And despite our differences,
And I love that too because you see that he hates kind of being called Bellows.
I want to help you, Luz.
And that too, like he legitimately thinks he's the good guy here. Legitimately thinks like he wants to, help Luz here.
I can send you home. I have just enough Titan blood for one more trip.
Even offering to take him with her. And I'm like, take her with him. But I'm just like, ooh, because I don't think Luz obviously would ever take it. But she's like, that's my only way home. But I'm not going through there with you.
I don't want to see another human life destroyed by this place.
It's just like, wow, like you're really trying to seem like a good guy here, aren't you?
You're such a hypocrite.
Yeah.
You talk big about protecting humanity, but after everything you've done, you're barely human yourself.
Yep.
I do pity you. These monsters have warped your sense of reality.
No, more or less actually shown her.
Perhaps it'd be merciful to put you out of your misery.
Wait!
That's actually really scary too, because didn't they need a whole ceremony last time, or was I just forgetting that?
You can't! You do realize you've been gone from the human realm for centuries.
I also love Luz's the way of like trying to convince him.
Times have changed. You want to be known as the Emperor of the Witch Hunters, right?
Witch Hunter General.
Yeah, that ain't gonna fly when you come here, but they'll be like, oh, you're a witch hunter general. Oh, someone get the LARPer out of here.
Sure.
Get this senile old man out of here.
Witch Hunter General. But those aren't really a thing anymore. No one's gonna take you seriously if you start ranting about the demon realm.
Nope.
Not to mention a fashion sense like that.
Paulus literally looked at like, wait, what's wrong with that dress? Which also, on that same note, if he came in dressed like that, they'd probably just think he's a hipster. They'd probably think he's either a hipster or is like some goth dude, some old goth dude. Like, honestly, like, seeing how he's dressed, it wouldn't be that weird or out of place. Like, yeah, you'd be like, oh, look at that. Anyways, like...
Yikes, my dude.
So what? You're offering to be my modern-day guide?
And there's also a part of me. There's very much a part of me that I kind of... And I like season... God, it's not even season 3. It's just 3 episodes! You can't even explore it that much. There are a shit ton of possibilities you could do with this idea. There are a shit ton of abilities you could do. Because, like, right now he's talking about... right now he's like, well, you want to be my... You be my guide of the modern day or whatever. Which I would love... Because here's the thing. The same way when season 1 ended, and I was super excited for the future of the Owl House because I was just like, okay, I like the idea of I love the idea of now Luz, Ida, King, and Lilith, two of these witches now not having magic and having to learn glyph magic, all living in the same house. You know, Mama Ida, Auntie Lilith, you know, little brother King, and Luz. I loved that idea a lot. And this show, it's honestly has some really good moments with all that ideas in it. But by God, would it not have been like a weird twist or a weird way of doing it where to stop the drain spell or whatever, Luz goes to the human realm with Bellows. And like, that's kind of a scene that we kind of get where like Bellows is kind of living there in like Camilla's house with Luz and everyone else and V. And like how twisted that would kind of be. And they could probably pull something off like that in the 3 specials, especially with some stuff that happens. But oh my God, how twisted would that be? Like if the season ended with like, you know, like kind of similar to this where Camilla's making food or whatever. She brings the food over to the table, and in a weird way, Bellows is kind of forcing himself kind of like a stepdad figure. Like, how weird and twisted would that be? Because I feel like that would be so like, holy shit. Like whether, like that'd be so like questioning. And even then, like there's the idea, like you could have the idea of maybe like Bellows like threatening Luz, like, don't tell her anything. For all she knows, I'm the one that's taking care of you this entire few months. And like everything, like, you know, I'm the one that brought you home. Like something like that. And like Camilla is very grateful or whatever. Maybe V is like, just keep quiet because she knows who Bellows is. Like, there's so many cool little storylines you could do here. And I love that because, again, I've already said before, like, one of my favorite scenes in Shaman King, though at least the manga, I'm not sure how the anime is pulling it off. I just watched the anime since it came out. I gotta watch it again, but one of the best scenes is the scene where during the shaman fight you have basically team Shaman King, team main characters. And then like taking a soak in like a hot tub. And then how the quote unquote main bad guy like comes in, sits down with him, and like Ellie's like, what the hell? And like they're about to fight, and like Yo's like, he has no reason to fight us right now. Like, just chill. And I'm like, I like that. I like when even if they have separate goals or antagonists or, you know, rivals or whatever, like they can have that like civil sit down kind of thing, or like where it's a little bit mundane, but there's still kind of that threat there. Like, I would honestly love to see something like that with this. Like, that would be kind of cool.
I'm not offering anything.
Also, I will say they did make this petrification extremely slow.
But
Like, it was fast and then it got really slow. But I guess it could be Bella's rethinking his mind over.
I do want to make a deal.
I can't beat you. I know that. So, I will return to the human realm, and I will be your guide. If you spare my friends. Come on. You'll need living proof that this realm exists.
That is true. Which, again, this also sets it up, too. Because, you can literally have it to where Bellows just saves Ida and them. Or, like takes Ida and them to the Isles, and maybe they try to find a way to revive everyone later or something. Like, you could have it to where all of them living in the Camilla's house at the end.
You'd do anything to save humanity. Well, I'd do anything to save the people I love. Please.
Petrification really stopped under her arm, huh?
Philip.
Ooh, and then saying his name too because she knows that's gonna get him. I love that. And again, like, you even see, like, I'm not sure if it's out of idea of kindness or the idea that he thinks he's won.
Philip.
But that, like, the questioning, but then the smile. Like, it could be that he's questioning it, or it could be that he's just like, okay, I won. I've broken her.
Fine.
and shake on it.
This I also love because this is really, really smart.
Human style.
Bella's like, do you take me for an idiot? I love that face too. I love that face because that does straight say like, really? You're hiding the glove behind your back, or you have a weapon behind your back, really? Like, did you honestly think I was gonna fall for that? An invisibility clip, and I'm like, yes! I'm like, that is such a smart way to do that. Because he's like, how is she gonna get the glove on him? And like, that's an easy way. Ooh, that just shows that magic is tied very much into this entire world.
No, we're too late.
Oof. But yeah, this part right here, like I like immediately right now, everyone who was on Bellis' side, and sad thing is, even if they stop the war, stop everything and then stuff like that, people would probably still be on, some people would probably be like, no, Bellis is a good guy, I don't believe this shit. I don't believe it.
Rain, Bellos is giving us paradise.
But like immediately, like everyone who was on Bellis' side is like, or at least on the council side, is immediately against them. Rain's like, you're a moron for thinking that. I love how they actually make the curse look kind of like almost like mold. It's feathers, I believe, but like it kind of like moldish. This too. This is like very like, oh shit. Like, yeah, this is very much like I don't know if Terminator's the right one, but the idea of like they use automation to trap the living people away. I'm like, yeah, all right. Not saying like, you know, I'm against like certain automation things. Like there's people I know who are like, I'm gonna go to the grocery, when I go to the grocery store, I want a person to scan my shit, even though it's gonna take me like 10 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes to get there, and you know, for them to scan it all when we can just go to the fucking checkout aisle. But it's like, yeah, make enforcement your automated. You're gonna have some stuff like this.
You'll never make it out of here unless you stop the draining spell.
Oof, 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 oof.
Right now. I said stop it.
Like, also, this looks like the palette. Like I said, I guess that form is what it is. The palisman inside his head, kind of thing. That's kind of what this form is, or it looks like, which I guess makes sense. Oh, that's adorable. And Alador doing self-sacrifice and having to fight his own abominations too. This is also a good way to tell the story real quick and move things along very quickly. Also, like, I guess maybe there's too many soldiers to turn them all off individually. I don't know. So I just realized they just left you. Also, the crack on his skull. Because again, I also love when like small things change to like signify time has passed. Like, go watch the Ben 10 reboot. It actually is really good, though I would say try to find a guide to figure out like which episodes they put out, because they really like screwed over the order of that show. But a cool thing is, you know, when it was season 1, what was season 2, what was season 3. When like you look at his Omnitrix and like it's a different Omnitrix altogether. Which again, that show got really screwed over by like period. Like putting the episodes out of order, because like, I think like season 3 of that show, and I'll get back to Owl House, but season 3 of that show, like it showed like episode 1, he has a new Omnitrix, and then episode like 3 or 4, it's like Ben has the original Omnitrix or the Omnitrix from season 2, and then shows how he upgrades it to season 3. And it's not like through a flashback. It's like literally this was supposed to be episode 1 of that season. So, and then they have like the season finale like in the middle. It's really weird. But like I like stuff like this where obviously you had the horn being whole, you had, you know, Ida wearing new clothes. But now for season 3 King, we're gonna see the crack here. We have Luz with a eyebrow scar, which is going to be on every future AU like version of her now.
Okay, I know you're mad, but you can still fix things. Just stop the spell.
Also, I love this too because it's like, you know, it's just like, you know, you can just stop the spell and, you know, we're done. Like, you know, we can end this. And it's like, and it turns out it's not that easy. Bellows has no even control over that.
Things. Just stop the spell.
Also, I do kind of love that you kind of see, like, I don't know if it's like just a monster inside, but also I do love that Luz gets worried about the door.
The door. Watch the door.
Because this is actually really good because it shows, like, yes, she wants to obviously save everyone too, but also she does still want to get home. I like that. I like that a lot because it does show, like, yeah, like, you know, don't destroy the door, please. God, like how animalistic they make him. And like really like weird, like messed up. Ugh, I just cracked my arm.
Watch the door.
Let's see.
Like you.
Oh yeah, this is great. This is great too.
We don't belong here.
See? Because he still thinks he's still in a way trying to, I think, help Luz, maybe? But it's also like,
I'm not like you.
We're here to help. Did you really think we wouldn't follow you?
Yeah, girl, get with it.
You guys are literally the coolest.
hell yeah.
We have to get him to stop the draining spell, but he's all berserk mad.
God. Alright, this is adorable and I love this so much. That might be the thumbnail.
Buddy, it's about to get real scary. You stay here. But I can help.
Oof. And it's setting up King again more. So we already knew where this was going, which I actually had. There's 3 theories that was floating around in my head. One, obviously, Collector Luz. Whether that be Grimwalker or not, Collector Luz was one night. Oh, we're not going to get the end of that storyline either now, too. Okay, I gotta make a video about all the storylines we're not going to get. Because I already know season 3 is not going to be able to tie in everything that's going to happen. Like, I already know it's not going to be able to. So I need to make up a list of all the storylines that are not going to be brought up. Because they've set up in the beginning of season 2A. They set up they were going to make another Grimwalker. They straight set that up. But they won't be able to do that now. They will not be able to do that because the storyline is, I think, too far away from that now. Damn! And they set that up so well, too. Okay, let's keep going. But you're gonna just like put everything you have into this. Hunter trying to help Willow. Even with his arm kind of like messed up, you see. I don't think we've actually had King and Kikimora meet before.
It's pointless. Bellows can't stop the spell any more than they can.
She's really giving me like Impa vibes. Is it Impa? Minda.
Only the Collector has that power.
Who is the Collector?
Neither witch nor demon. A child from the stars.
So he's a alien god, I'm guessing.
Bellows only talked to him when he thought no one was around, but I was always listening.
Yeah, you seem like someone who would, but, like, God.
Bellows was afraid of him.
An opportunity. Take me to him.
If that means kicking the Emperor's butt, gladly.
Alright, Bellows, time to calm down a little.
This is great. I guess maybe he was trying to show him good memories, but that just led to a whole shit ton of bad ones. Oh, you saw him. You saw Hunt. I just realized you see his brother right there. You straight see him. And I'm guessing that's the witch he falls in love with, the Clawthorn. Philip killing him. And him making a new Grimwalker. Maybe we'll see more. I don't know. This right here, God, this is something like the fandom called, but God, it's so good. It's so good seeing it actually happen. It's so good.
Hunter, why are you hurting me? I only wanted to help you.
You're lying!
This right here. Oh! Showing straight, yeah! That's his brother. That's his brother slash kind of Hunter's. That's his brother slash kind of Hunter's father's palisman. The animation got really good for that roar. God, all the dead golden guards. I wonder if the Mystery Shack, if they can make a cracked version of the masks like this. This honestly looks legitimately badass. That looks legitimately badass. Even though I don't think it makes much sense why that's still in play. But I legitimately looks badass with like the open rivets here. That actually looks really cool.
What is this place?
Where the failures end up.
Oof. That's a lot of dead guards. Just in this scene alone, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 Golden Guard masks. But I'm sure there's way more goddamn bones. Because let's see skulls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 of these skulls here. So there's at least almost like 40 dead golden guards or hunters here.
Leave me alone.
I also do like this too, because the juxtaposition, because King is very childlike, but even then, like, they really do. And I thought maybe like that would kind of mesh a bit, like the idea like these two like being kind of kids would kind of mesh better, but really this I think shows a lot difference of that like it shows like even if King is a bit childish at times or is childish, the Collector is way far more.
I don't associate with fibbers. Wait, I know someone's there. I can feel it. But why can't I see?
As soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh shit! It's the necklace! The necklace is a protection spell or symbol. Or it might be its own type of magic, actually. Now that I think about it, it might be its own version of a sigil. I'm sorry, glyph.
You look like that bully who put me in here. No way. Are you
In other words, King's dad.
his little titan baby?
Ooh. Also, I like the idea of him being like, living in the shadow.
I've always wanted to play with you, but your dumb pops hid you. Hey, do you like hide and seek? I'll hide first.
Wait.
And this right here is like a twisted thing, because I already see like the fantasy world that's going to be created from this.
Mr. Collector,
Let me see. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that.
please, we need you to stop this draining spell.
He looks so scruffy without his collar.
Mister, you are so boring.
Well, you know what's better than hide and seek? A game called the Owl House.
And this is setting up for something way later, because obviously King releases him. He tricks the Collector into doing this. Pinky swears that he'll play the game with him. And this right here, because again, like, the Collector's straight ass. Let's see.
And we can play together.
Golly, you do that?
Wait,
See, like, again, it's the idea of the childlikeness of both of them, but the collector's way more.
You're not tricking me into doing your chores like Philip, are you?
I would never pinky swear.
You hear the Bill Cipher there. You legitimately kind of hear the Bill Cipher in King's voice, where he's like, I would never! Like,
I'll even let you out right now. What do I need to do? Do you need my blood?
No, silly.
see, that just shows, like, that's the idea that I'm going with that. Yeah, the whole idea of Titans. So, in other words, King doesn't need, like, they don't need Titan's blood to enter, to get to lose. Hell, if anything, I'm pretty sure we could go straight, like, Dragon Ball Z Boo, where King could probably just yell hard enough and open a portal to another world. I'm guessing that's how they're going to do this. That in the next season, King at some point is going to yell, or they're going to try to get in contact with him, and they just have him yell, and like that roar that he has will open a portal that will lead to the Boiling Isles again. Keeps catching her girlfriend. God. And as soon as this happens, because I love the superpowered being comes out and just shows how powerful they are. Even in this sense, too, because this is like, even in the sense of, oh shit, is terrifying. Also, this shows that, I believe this shows at least the one that the hunters had, the Titan trappers had, that it must have been used before to get him out, because it's breaking the glass. This too, God, this is such a smart move that I never even thought about. I didn't even think about it. I'm like, oh my God.
Wait. I promised a special kid I'd protect you.
That's so smart to use the dismemberment, like the ability of Ida to be able to dismember, to rip off the sigil. That is so smart! Like, God! And also that Rain brings up Luz, that Rain promised that they would protect Ida. Like, oh, I love it. God, this right here. God, this entire, God, they are beat the shit. They are beat the hell. I love this. I love this because this just shows how powerful he is. Or they are. God, and the thing is, like, obviously everyone said, like, oh, like, again, I thought, like, oh, maybe it's Luz possessed. I legitimately do love that they still look like Luz a bit.
Collector.
And that's not in a sense of, like, oh, you know, like, oh, do you think Luz is, like, related to the Collector? No, I don't think something like that. But I think it is intentional that they look a bit similar. Because I'll bring that up towards the end. God, just that, like, the movement too, like the puppet, like, oof.
Just as promised.
As promised, I remember someone throwing me off a bridge.
Also, that their voice sounds something from like an anime main character.
I'm not angry though. Say, you want to play tag?
Oh!
I'm it.
Oh! Straight splattered his ass. Even they're all like, oh shit. The Hunter's like, oh my God. Like, just the fear.
Too slow. You guys look slow too. Do you need a head start?
Whoa, Collector, buddy, pal. Remember what we talked about?
How is it they made this kid look younger than the little 8-year-old demon? Like, that right there is just a child happy to see his friend. I think it's his pronouns are he, they, them. if I remember correctly. I think Donna straight said that his pronouns are he, they, them.
What we talked about? You gotta help all my friends outside, or we won't get to play Owl House.
I love how he's singing like, guys, back me up!
Owl House? Gosh, I love that game.
Yup.
The memories last a lifetime.
Ugh.
I play it every day.
I play it every hour.
I'm just like, I can't lie, I'm gonna shut my mouth.
I'll explain the rules later, but remember, we need lots of players.
God, he has such and the weird thing is, the kid has weird, like, main character energy, and I think that's intentional. He, like, from his design to his look and everything, he feels like he would be the main character of a story. Just the idea of he just went like this, and his eyes just suddenly got better.
Okay.
God, that is terrifying on a cosmic level. Hell, even Khonshu, to mess with the moon, had to freaking like move the entire sky and everything. Like he could have just, okay, that's how the sky looked back in, ancient times. No, the freaking stars and everything. This kid just went boop and just he swiped right and freaking moved the moon. God. And just how terrified they all are.
If we're gonna play Owl House, we're gonna need an Owl House.
Ooh, and it just sets it up so much because, like, what the hell does he mean by that? Like, is he gonna make like the Owl House, or is he gonna make like just like a giant house? Is he gonna? Oh God, there's so many ideas. Also, they're just straight destroying King's dad's skeleton.
We're gonna have a blast, everyone. I think there's a way out.
Well, yes, but
Moose, come on! Everyone! Ida,
I love this too. I love this part so damn much. So damn much.
can't just leave them. Moose, please.
Because it seems like, Luz is gonna go, like, just go to the human realm. But also this right here, we're getting next season, or God, not even season, episodes. We're getting Bellows probably in Hunter's mind / kind of Venom-esque kind of thing, which I'm 100% for. You saw how it moved too, so like, yeah. God, and the music too, it's the Owl House theme, but like orchestraic. God, and this also feels kind of like a YA novel a little bit right here, where like all the kids go to another world. Hold on, give me a minute. But it feels kind of like the idea of, well, I guess in a sense, it's the opposite of what happened with Luz, where Luz went from the human world to a magical world. Now, these guys are going to go from magical world to the human world, and but like that interaction to it. It feels like the opposite. I don't know. Does it feel like the opposite isekais? I don't know. It's like a reverse isekai here. Or I guess the fish out of water story, I guess. Which I do find it really funny, because I guess in a sense that's also why there's the amphibia nod, because this is very much kind of similar to the ending of season 2 of Amphibia. Only problem is we don't get a season 3 of the Owl House. We get 3 episodes.
Human rain. It's okay.
Loose.
This right here is real good because it keeps in character with like Luz, but also shows like this connection that they have, that Luz has with her family here on the Isles.
Loose, what are you doing?
And you see that it's breaking. She's trying to keep it together.
I have to get Ida. We'll find a way back to you.
And they're right there, because like, yeah, it looks like, yeah, Luz, King, and everyone's gonna be separate, and like everyone's gonna be stuck in the human world, which I'm thinking in my head, okay, that's still like a really like cool setup, because it's the idea of now all of these kids are now have to basically be with Camilla, trying to find a way to get home while Luz stays in the world. And this also, again, shows, again, my biggest issue with Amphibia was they went home, like, Anne started with, lost her friends and wants to get back home to her family. She lost her friends for like 10 years, and then even though the creator said like Marcy visited throughout those 10 years, I'm like, I don't know, they kind of set up that they pretty much say they like Marcy has not kept in contact at all, neither has Sasha or whatever. So, but like that, like, but and like and basically lose her friend for 10 years and has is completely cut off from her family, is not trying to find a way back. Luz definitely feels the opposite, where she straight right here is about to sacrifice herself to either get her friends home, to get her friends somewhere safe, even if that means sending them to her home, but she's going to stay here to deal with a god. Like, I think that shows, like, yeah, there's no way Luz isn't going to try to find a way to stay on the Isles, or at least stay in contact with her family. There's no way she's going to cut herself off from her family.
To get Ida. We'll find a way back to you. Go. I can't hold the portal much longer. King!
Oh.
King, you promised you'd play with me. You pinky swore.
Oh, and how he even does it with like his pinky too to do it.
Together. We gotta stick together.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Not this time.
Oh my god!
But I can keep you safe.
As soon as he said that, I'm like, oh no, I know what's gonna happen!
No.
Luce, I'm so happy I had you as a big sister.
Oh.
No.
God. This right here too. She can't go home now. God, the music too. Just the shock on her face. God, they're just broken. And of course, Anne, because this happens apparently after Amphibia. Also on the other side of the whole world. God, if they actually are going to make a TVA universe, I would love that so much. Let us have a ginormous ass conclusion where Luz brings Anne back to Amphibia.
Mom, I'm back.
God. And now you have
Mom, I'm back.
And now you have to deal with. Now Camilla has four other kids living there. She has, well, 5 other kids, technically with V, but 4 other kids here. 4 other kids living there. Luz is back, so she's not going to want Luz to try to go back to the demon world to say, I'd imagine we're going to get Camilla meeting Amity, which is going to be great. We're going to see, also this is going to be good because Camilla's going to see that, like, the boy, like, Camilla's probably going to be like, no, you can't go back there. But everyone here is going to vouch for Luz, how strong she is, but also show that, yeah, Luz now has friends, like actual friends. It's not like she actually learned to make friends, people who are like her and everything. I love that. Even like Hunter protecting Gus here is adorable. But also at one point when Hunter gets grabbed by Willow, he blushes again. It's cute. But God, like, this sets up so many good things. And again, like, here's already my theory. And I'll make a separate theory about this too. Here's how the next season's gonna go. Because I said this before, and like, maybe if I can find the clip, I'll put it in. Like, there are about 3 different Luzes in the Owl House. There's obviously Luz, then there's Hunter, and I'm pretty sure the third one is the Collector, where Luz is someone who, obviously a witch, doesn't have magic, who has to find a workaround, but also is taken in by a powerful witch and is taught the message of, being yourself and being free. Hunter is the opposite of that. Or kind of the opposite of that. He is a powerless witch, yes. He has a workaround for it too, being, the Magitech staff and everything like that. Oh man, we're probably never going to get too much about whatever. The Magitech staff on that. But also, he's also taken in by a witch, Bellows. But instead he is taught, suppress who you are, only obey, and, that says those two are separate characters from each other. Then you have the Collector, where he's the opposite on multiple counts. He's not, and especially seeing this now, he is fully magic. That is all he knows. And also similar to a few episodes of Lose. And this is going to be in season 3, I'm pretty sure. So I'll probably show this clip at some point in the future. Luz wanted to enter a magical world or whatever, and when she goes there, like, she kind of has to learn this is a world with people and all this stuff, and like, it is not just like a playground or something, like, you don't have to be the chosen one, obviously, like that, but like, it isn't just something she could just screw around with it. Like, she could get hurt here. The Collector is going to treat the Boiling Isles as a literal game. He's going to treat the Owl House as a literal game where Luz learns, that to interact with people and all this stuff. The kid is going to make that world into his own plaything and separate from. So like, there's 3 different versions of Luz. Hunter is what Luz would be if she suppressed who she was. If she suppressed who she was, if she learned just to try to be like everyone, or try to fit in, or try to like just listen. And the Collector is a Luz who never learned the lesson about like, about being, I guess, like around other people, or like trying to like learning about like, obviously choose your own fate, but not really choose your own fate would, I think, apply here. But the idea of treating the Isles as an actual place rather than just like, oh, this is a magical fantasy world where I can do whatever I want. Yeah, because that's what she did in is Every Which Way? Whichever one it was, where it was the sports one, where she kind of treated that like a game, and like Willow had to kind of correct her, if I remember correctly, or she had to figure out how to fix that. So yeah, next season's gonna be bad. It's not even this season. The next 3 episodes are gonna be great. There's so many plot lines that I'm sure are not gonna get resolved, which sucks. Because even Gravity Falls had some plot lines where it's just like, really? Like, you've hinted at the whole thing with like the circle and like all the symbols, and it turns out in the very end that doesn't do anything. You just find like kind of an alternative route, and I don't know, it's just weird. It was just like, really? Like, you have all this buildup, and I guess the joke is it doesn't work. It's like, oh yeah, never mind, it was like, I don't know. But yeah, now we have Camilla having to basically going to learn everything about the Boiling Isles from these 4 kids, as well as, who Luz has grown to be, as well as see different things like, Luz's girlfriend and all this. I don't know. This is going to be cool. I wonder if Luz is going to keep her rebel outfit. I doubt it. They're actually all probably going to get new human clothes. So that's going to be awesome. But, yeah. This is cool. Also, I don't know if Amity's necklace is going to have any importance, but Moon and Star, I just noticed that. But, yeah, this is good. This is a good cliffhanger. And honestly, I'm like, man, I can't wait for the next episode of the Owl House, like next week. And I'm like, oh, it's not going to be next week. And also, there's only 3 episodes left, so it's going to get. Technically speaking, yeah, it's technically like maybe 6 episodes, technically, because each episode is going to be like 45 minutes. But even then, it's just like, no, like, give us a goddamn full season, because in those 3 episodes, even though, like, technically speaking, lengthwise, those 2 episodes will be, like, the length of 2 or 4, it'd be the length of, like, 2 episodes together. Those episodes are still, there's a plot line that's got to be put through all 3 of those episodes, where unlike, let's say season 1 and 2, or even like Amphibia, like, you can have those little character building moments in between. Now it feels like it's got to be a rush to the end, which is just like, well, shit. But this is great. I love this, from the Collector to Bellows' fight and Bellows kind of thinking he's the good guy to the Hex Squad being on Earth now, which I made like a little comic of like the idea of like Collector lose or like how to like the reveal could have gone. I was wrong, obviously, but also like that was my whole idea too. Like I was saying about there's 3 loses and like how the Collector kind of looks like lose a bit. That like yeah, it's supposed to show like a difference of lose. Even then, like even hairstyle wise, you could technically say that even all of their hairstyles are very similar yet different. Where, like at least style wise, where Luce's hair is obviously kind of wild and like pointing different directions, all like that. Hunter's is all combed backwards. There's a little bit of rebellion there, but all their combed backwards. And then like the Collector's hair is, you know, a mess, even more messier than Luce's is. So yeah, Emily looks like a poor cat. He's like, "Can I please come inside? It's cold out here." They all are like that, but God. Also, oh, never mind. But yeah, and like again, we're gonna Luz has the little cutter thing to show the difference between season 3 Luz. So yeah, this is gonna be cool. This is gonna be cool, and I think it's gonna be awesome. And again, we also have, it's not even just them. Bellows is here too, because you see at the very end of this. I don't know, did I bring this up in the beginning? You see right here that what's coming down is green. That's a green goop. That's Bellows. Whether that's him regenerating or not, I have no idea, but yeah.
I'm back.
God. This is so good, but yeah. This is great. Tell me what you guys think. Comments below. Thanks for watching. It is so good. Honestly, like, what is it? When last time when I posted that picture, that comic, go check it out. It's on my Twitter thing, the 9-Bit Fox at 9-Bit Fox Gaming, I think. Is my I think this link should be down there, in the description. But it's a small comic. I rushed that shit out real quick. I'm like, I gotta get this out before I see the episode, and then I kind of went to bed because I'm like, I'm dead tired. I'm happy I woke up. Obviously I'm happy I woke up, but I also had to make sure that like I stood away from Twitter because I'm like, if I look at Twitter any more than just posting this comic, I'm gonna get spoiled because it was already like 12 o'clock at night for me in Central Time, and I woke up and literally one of the first things I see is a notification from Twitter is like the Hex Squad. I'm like, nope. I'm like, nope, not reading that, which I'm pretty sure is a Hex Squad in the human world. But yeah. I'm excited. I can't wait for this. I definitely want to see how this is going to play out. There's so much dynamics here that I'm really liking. And again, like, I love the Owl House a lot. I love it a lot. Amphibia, I feel like there's a bit of, again, disconnect with certain characters where, again, some characters are just made to be jokes at some point, and it kind of ruins them a lot. The Planners being one of them, especially with that whole Sasha episode. But I think the Owl House has a good balance of all the characters where they're funny, but also have things going on that makes them like have depth to them. And I think this is just so damn good. But thanks for watching. Check videos I've done. Links are on my face. Subscription buttons are on there somewhere. Check out Owlwolf Town. I'm going to try to get those episodes out a little bit quicker. So hopefully there'll be some of that. You can watch it during the hiatus until the 3 episodes come out, which, then again, like I think they said like it might come out in October, and also they said I think that maybe the Owl House might have McDonald's toys, which I don't know. I don't want to try to do that right now, but yeah. Tell me in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Your videos I've done. Links are on Facebook. Just tell me what you guys think. Expect some theory videos to come out, and as well as like plot lines that are probably not going to go anywhere because of the show getting shortened. And again, I would like. If, like, let's say, yeah, they do end the Owl House in the next 3 episodes, great. Because the Honest Straight said, like, there's no way of changing that at this point. Do Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Like, you don't have to do the entire series again, but start from 2A, because I think 2A is where they got the notification, like, hey, you only got 3 seasons. So, start from 2A, and then just give us the entire full rest of how season 2 would have been, and then give us the entire bit of season 3. Just go from that. Even if it ends similarly, I think everyone would still be happy to get all these extra episodes and all this stuff, and like, you know, more to everything. And hell, maybe it doesn't even end the same way, because I feel like the Collector probably is supposed to obviously be like that big thing at the end, but also I feel like the Collector like would be like the last 3 episodes. And we might even get like more of like the Owl House world being messed with. And I'm really hoping like we're going to see a juxtaposition between the two worlds. But we don't have to see. So yeah, we're going to get it like quick, or maybe we'll see it. But like the idea of seeing the human world and the witch world, but I feel like what's going to happen is the first episode's going to be about, if they don't go Boiling Isles, if they're going to go, first episode's going to be about the human world, kind of showing like, you know, these 5 dealing with being in the human world. And then, and like, you know, Camilla, you know, Lou's trying to convince Camilla all this stuff, and them trying to figure a way to get back home. The next episode, and then maybe it's probably going to end with like a portal opening. And it's like, what is that? And then the next episode is going to show how that portal opened, where we're going to see the dream version of the Owl House but instead of Luz, it's going to be the Collector in her place. And like the Collector might even try to like have Ida as their mom and like King as the little brother and stuff like that. I could definitely see that happening. And then from that, then towards the end, like, you know, King's gonna roar, open up the portal, and that's where Luz and everyone's gonna enter in through, and then we're gonna have the finale at the very end, where like the two worlds collide. Let's see, Luz's scar, King's collar protects them, the game called the Owl House, Annie protecting Luz again. Monster Bellow, Snapdragon, you idiot. I wrote dumbass, but Invispug Glove, calling Phil up, but Bellows healed his rot. Yeah, no. But yeah, just make sure I got everything. I think I did. Memories that last a lifetime. Yes, the show definitely is going to leave memories that last a lifetime. But the show is awesome. I love it. I don't want to see it go and be screwed over like it did. But I hope this. God, it'd be so amazing if Witchverse was like the idea of like, no, because it's its own thing. I'm excited for that too. But God, you really couldn't just move it to Disney Plus? Like, really? If you didn't want to have like serialized shows, like that was the thing. Like, apparently, well, that's the excuse. It might think more along the lines of these two kissing, but the idea is like, oh, we don't want serialized shows on our TV show or whatever. Like, well, we're on our TV channel. It's like, really? You know, that's kind of like some of your biggest shows, Gargoyles, Chippendale, well, not Chippendale Rescue Rangers. That one was very episodic. DuckTales, recently. DuckTales, and then you have Gargoyles. You have a few shows where they are serialized like that. And they made you guys a ton of money. Hell, I have... Hold on. You know what? No, I don't want... Yeah. I have Demona here. And not only Demona, I have Goliath too. Like, figures that they're selling. Like... And like they're selling like all the Gargoyles and they're making money off that. You don't think maybe serializing that, like serialized shows are still good? Like, come on now, but whatever. Show's great. It's fun. This episode was so like heart wrenching. Like, it didn't make me like cry like that. The episode where Luz and Ida and all them get captured, but it did make me like, oh no. And again, Luz fighting at the end to keep the portal open, obviously to let her girlfriend and everyone get through, but also that she was going to stay on the Isles to protect Ida or whatever. Like, it very much is the sense of, this could possibly happen. Like, we don't know if she's going to go through that portal or not. Like, it is very much along the lines of sometimes like, you know, is this character going to die? Are they not going to die? And it's just like, they're the main character, probably not going to die. This was on the sense of, oh no, we have no idea if she's going to go through the portal or not. And she does. Not willingly though. And I'm like, dang. And like, as soon as King started talking to him, I'm like, he's going to wham her through the portal. But yeah, I love the Owl House. I think it's my favorite animated show, right? It's probably my favorite animated show right now. Like, I love Mine the 3 too and Kipo, but yeah, I love this show. The world building, the characters, it's just great. But Tell me what you think in comments below. Thanks for watching for your videos. There's also been a house unboxing video for a lot of stuff on this channel. Thanks for watching, and we will see you later. God, it looks so broken and hurt, and God, I can't wait for the interactions. There's so many good interactions in this show, like, really, like, yeah. Save this goddamn, give this show its full damn season, please.